Guys, welcome to the channel. It's been a little while since I did the last $99 top 10 RC cars. It's actually been that long, I was still in my garage. Check this out.
What's up guys, welcome to the channel. On this video I'm going to share with you my top 10 RC cars under $99. It's probably one of the most common questions I get and everyone likes a cheap RC. So let's get straight into it and let's look at my top 10.
Back then I used to always get comments like, oh look at this grown man in his mum's basement. My mum's upgraded.
Hey, Bill, I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function.
Not a bad basement upgrade. Anyway, I've dug out the hoodie and here's an updated top 10 $99 RC cars. Now it took me a little while to pick out these and depending on where you look, they might be just a little bit more than $99. I will put the links in the description to where I found the cheapest. And just a little disclaimer on that, some of them are on sale, so they may no longer be on sale when you're watching this video. Quite often what happens is when the website sees a lot of traffic through clicking on links, they bump the price up. So the prices may change. There's absolutely no reason why I'm sitting in my Hilux other than to flex. These are in no particular order. If they made it to the workbench, then there's something about them that makes them worth the money. This is the HS 18431, a 1/18 scale brushless off-road buggy. And if you know your Armours, you can see it's taken some inspiration from the Armour Fireteam. Well, only in the looks department. It's fast, it's got oil shocks, pretty tough. And it's one of the most recent ones from HS. They've got loads of different ones about, different shapes and sizes. This is certainly the best one out there. If you want to get an even cheaper one, these ones are still about. That's the brushed one. As you can see, no oil shocks. And this was actually one of the very first reviews I did on the channel. And at the time it was $35. That's how cheap these were. They're not that price anymore. And there was actually a time where I did a video naming that the world's best RC car, for many different reasons. Nine. The UDI RC or the Pineco models, the little 1/16 scale on-road cars. These things are so much fun. It was a little while back now that they brought the first lot out. One was sort of like an infraction inspired one, the other one looked a little bit like a Mustang, and they were very popular. And since then they brought a ton of different styles out, from this Beetle to classic minis to rally cars. More recently as well, I've seen some truck bodies. I've probably had about 7 or 8 of these, from brush to brushless. Brushless ones are obviously faster, but the brushed ones, this is a brushed one, I find a lot smoother. They slide around a lot better. And this one, I've upgraded, a slightly better Metal Gear servo and a little Hobbywing ESC. Kept the stock motor, just put a heatsink on it, and it is loads of fun. The brushless ones may tip it over that $99 point, but that's fine because these brushed ones I think are the better deal. I'm gonna throw this completely destroyed buggy on the bench and you're gonna ask me, why are you recommending this? Well, on the last list, MJX hadn't really secured their place in the cheap RC car market, but now I'd put them up there at one of the top brands. And this particular one here, you can get these for under that $99 mark. You'll have to do a little bit of shopping around, but you can get them for that price. And they are absolutely awesome. Brushless electronics, oil shocks, metal diffs, metal drive shaft, nice looking, fast, and one of the toughest little bashers money can buy. The very first ones they brought out were brushed, like this one here. And although they weren't as quick as the brushless ones, they've still got that super tough chassis on them. Really nice, well made. Someone's taken inspiration from another brand. I had a quick look and I don't think you can get these ones anymore. But the price of these when they came out is the same as what the brushless ones are now. So really good deal. So for about $99, you're getting something that will outlast any of the big name brands at the skate park. Huge amount of abuse. I love them. One of my favorite brands, MJX. Number 7, Wltoys. They have been around the block a few times now. Problem is, prices have been creeping up and up. So before MJX and Rlaarlo and stuff turned up, Wltoys were kind of the top of the tree for the cheap stuff. But with many of them sitting over that $99 now, for this list, this is the only new one of theirs that I can put on here. And it's exactly $99. It might even be a little bit cheaper if you use my discount code. So this is the new 124011 or something like that. They always use numbers. Brushed 112 scale. It's got their new chassis on it. Does about 50 kilometers an hour. Oil shocks, although they nearly didn't release it with oil shocks. Everyone kicked off and they changed their mind, which is good because it definitely wouldn't have been on this list if it didn't have them oil shocks. So 50 kilometers an hour, which is about 30 miles an hour. Tough. It's good fun, perfect for the kids if they're just getting into the hobby, or it's perfect for anyone really if you just want something that's cheap and cheerful that, well, will do everything you really need it to do. Number 6, HBX 16889A, or if you're in the UK, the FTX Tracer. Now in the UK, the brushless one is a little bit more than the $99 price tag. Well, not any dollars because it's pounds. Let's not go onto that subject about why I say dollars all the time and not pounds. But the brushed one is relatively cheap in the UK, and I'd say it's worth the money if you want something for your kids and stuff. They won't break it. It's not as fast as the brushless one, but still a decent price. If you want the brushless one, you're gonna have to look on the likes of AliExpress or Banggood, the same as most of the cars in this video. Little brushless motor in there, really tough. I took this thing to a skate park and ran, well, I don't know how many packs for it. It just would not break. The only upgrade I recommend for these is oil shocks. Now, when I was sorting this video out and I was looking for the price of the oil shocks to put a little link in the description, I noticed that the Pro version, which is this one, is only $10 more. At the moment, while this is on sale, that is the best deal because not only does it have oil shocks, it also has a bigger brushless motor, and I'm pretty sure this one has metal gears, whereas the more basic one has plastic gears. So I would definitely recommend looking at this Pro version over the standard one at the moment, while you can still get this for $10 more. And I've lost count of how many times I've crashed this, sent it, taken it to a skate park, but I've never broken it. And even the body has got hardly any damage to it. I'd say even with MJX and Rlaarlo coming out recently, I'd still say this sits as the #1 Mini Basher for toughness. Absolutely love it. And I know I said this list wasn't in any particular order. If that was exactly $99, that would be #1. Gonna throw this in the mix for this one. This is the little CXD 1/16 scale licensed Mini EV. It's a D32. It's designed and produced by the WPL boss to Wuling. These are popular in China. Rear-wheel drive, it's got working suspension, put a little driver in there, so it's got an interior. They come in loads of different colours. I've got a load of them and I was going to organise a race and I didn't get round to doing it. Maybe I need to get back onto that. Anyway, these are just cool little like indoor RC cars. You can take them outdoors as well, but cool little indoor RC cars. They drive really well. Once you get used to them, it's really good fun. Ready to run, fully proportional, and the best bit, they only cost about $45. Really cool little car. $50, that is all that is going to cost you. Now, it might look a little bit underwhelming when you first look at it because of its size. Yep, I'm flexing again with the Hilux. Someone actually accused me the other day of buying a Tesla to flex or for clout. Absolute rubbish. This is what I bought to flex. No one in their right mind would buy a Tesla to flex. Everyone's got them, but not everyone has a 1982 Hilux, do they? Where were we? Anyway, don't let the size of this put you off. Metal chassis, really cool looking, lights up like a Christmas tree, fully proportional. For an indoor little racer, it's really fast. I mean, you can take this outside as well. They run fine, there's just not much ground clearance, but really fast indoors. In fact, this thing used to hold the lap record for my little track, the Tomley indoor test track. I think my Beetle beat it in the end, but lots of fun, and you can throw some drift wheels on and it slides like a boss. So #3 and the first Rlaarlo on the list, and it's not this one. I've searched for this one and I can't find it, so I must have got rid of it with a load of other stuff. And the reason I managed to get this on the list is because at the moment it's currently $99. Now for the full price, there's better stuff out there, but at $99, it's certainly worth it. Oil shocks, over 20 miles an hour. Again, we'll take all kinds of skate park abuse, and I had a lot of fun with this one. we've had a disaster. I've lost number 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
I don't know where it is. It's literally one of the most iconic cars on my channel. Whoa, on my channel. I don't know where it is. I mean, I've already been looking for it for about half an hour. This is just for some dramatic effect, but I honestly don't know where it is. I've searched everywhere for it. All the boxes, all behind all these cars, all under here. I mean, this is all just kind of stuff from it. I don't remember taking it all apart, but I was thinking it might be that, but I'm sure I've kept it in one piece. I don't remember pulling it all apart. Maybe I did. Oh, well, anyway, number 2 is the Wltoys 144001, and it has been out for quite some time now, and I've mentioned it on nearly every top 10, top 5 best cheap RC car videos, but I think it still deserves to be there. It's a cult classic. Now, you used to be able to get them for around $50 to $60, and they're now sitting at around maybe $90 to $100, or a little bit cheaper. They've also got an updated 144011. I'm not sure what they've updated on it. It might just be the controller. But anyway, I always recommend these. Metal chassis, metal diffs, oil shocks. And although they're brushed, they're pretty quick. They also do a 12 scale one. I'm not sure if you can get the brushed one under $99. If you can, I'll put a little pop-up now to show you where I found it. But this platform is awesome. People have got this little 14th scale one to over 100 mile an hour. I think I've topped mine out at about 90. Absolutely awesome. Still recommend them. They've been around a good few years now, but very, very good. Oh, that's upset me now. I think I'm going to buy the new updated one, and then we're going to rebuild it into like a fast street buggy. That is a great idea. Right, number 1. And we've had another bombshell. I'd put a couple of cars aside to make up the full 10. Turns out you can't get them for $99 anymore. So look out next month for a cheap RC car list rather than just a $99. So I guess we'll have to end this as a top 9.